people surrender to me, what are you talking about, Krishna? Whatever way people surrender to me, I reciprocate accordingly. Everyone follows my path, knowingly, unknowingly, O son of Partha. So, what do you mean to say that? Okay, in whatever way people surrender to him, he reciprocate accordingly. For example, people who deny the existence of God, they call atheist, he meets them in the form of law of karma. The atheists too also cannot get away from him, as they oblige to serve Maya, wealth, injury, luxuries, prestige, and everything they have to deal with. Maya is also his energy. So even for atheist, okay, that's what he says, knowingly, unknowingly, they follows my path, because Maya is energy. They have to deal with, wealth, luxuries, and prestige and everything. So the law of karma comes and takes place even for atheist. Other hand, on devotees, he will look at them as the mother look at the child. Okay, that's what the relationship between the devotee and the Lord. It's like a mother and the child. The mother always look after the child without any expectations. Okay, so he goes and feed the baby, look after the baby, and then continuously Vatsalya Rasa keeps on going in there. As the mother look at the child, the devotees will look at him. Lord will look at the devotees in that fashion. How he will serve them? By cutting the karmic chain. Karmic chain is the important in the life, which has been bounded with us from time to time immemorial. The karmic chain is continuously going. The pava, punya, everything is being put on, and the balance sheet is put on. And every time we go through Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, the continuous cycle is kept on going. So he cut the karmic chain and cut the bonds of Maya, which I talked about earlier, luxuries, wealth, and prestige, and everything. Cut the Maya and give the divine bliss and divine knowledge and divine love, that the devotees get it. Okay, that's the relationship happens, when you become a devotee. When we perform action as a duty, don't expect the result of the action. That's what is mainly, being talked about in Bhagavad Gita. You perform your duty. As a father, you look after your son, daughters, your wife, and children, and everybody. As a mother, the same thing applies, So your prescribed duty is to go and do the work and make money and come and look after the family and keep doing your prescribed duty. That's very important. But don't expect the result of the action. Leave it to him, the result of the action, because anyway, he is going to give up the result of the action. So why don't we think about it? Okay, example, going for an interview, do the interview, do the best, and then walk out and leave it to him. And whatever it comes along, you take it up, enjoy and take it on. Okay. By the way, your mind becomes very peaceful, and then you can carry on your duty nice in the life. So 3 different type of actions talked about in general. I think one is called karma, which is karma, auspicious action recommended by the scriptures for regulating the senses and purification of the mind. That is called karma. That's action. What are you talking about? Vikarma is opposite to that. Inauspicious action prohibited by the scriptures, the nature's law. If you go again from the nature's law, it becomes inauspicious action, and it is detrimental, and then it results in degradation of the soul, okay, which is vikarma. And then other one, if you do the actions, which is an auspicious action recommended by the scriptures, and then your purification of the mind, whatever we've been doing in the morning, all the yogas and exercise and everything is the actions, what we do, following the scriptures and regulating the senses and, purification of the mind. And if it goes against that, it becomes vikarma. Akarm is the important thing. All of you need to understand. Akarm is action performed without any attachment of results and simply for the pleasure of the Lord. That action do not have any karmic reactions, no karma bandhana. The examples of akarm is all of us need to know. If you cook the food in the thoughts of Lord, what he likes, anusilanam bhaktir uttamam, whatever he likes, and offer it to Lord. If you have a father, if you come to your home, and then if you have a mother come to your home, and what do you cook for them, what they like. And if a child come to your home, what do you cook for them, what they like. Now similarly, you cook for the food that God Lord likes it, and offer it to the Lord, and take the remnants of whatever as a prasadam for your life. That becomes an inaction. Okay, we will talk a bit more about that. And then chant the name of the Lord. Okay, you can chant the name of the Lord anytime. It doesn't matter. In Kali Yuga, the Taraga mantra is chanting the name of the Lord. Anytime you can chant. Get up in the morning, be going before the bed, walking on the street, and then talking to the other people. Anytime you can chant the name of the Lord in your mind, keep chanting all the time. And surrender to the Lord physically, mentally, and spiritually. Complete surrender is the practice we need to do every time. Complete surrender is very important. And serve the Lord and devotees at home and temple. Okay. Read and hear Shastras about the appearance and pastimes of the Lord. So, what we are reading about Bhagavad Gita today is one of the akarma, because we are talking about the Shastras, and then what he described in the Bhagavad Gita, and then we are talking about, the karma yoga or karma actions or whatever. So then this is called inaction. Okay. Visit holy dhams and remember, thank, and never forget Lord, and see Lord in every living and non-living things. Pandita Samadarshina. Wise man, look at everything equal. It doesn't matter, a dog or a cat or a human being or, mountain, water, everything looks similar to him because he sees God in everything. When you see God in everything, when you see God in front of everyone, how do we make the difference? We don't make the difference at all. When you look at the people, look at the soul within yourself, and then see the people inside. And then when Arjunji talks about, the super soul rests in our heart. He always rests in our heart. When you see the super soul in all the heart, everybody is equal. Pandita Samadarshina. And we will also talk a bit about one more verse next, 4.18, which talks about action and inaction. Is very important. Karmani akarmaya paschyat akarmani sa karmaya sa buddhiman manaseshu sa yukta krishna karmakrit. Those who sees action in inaction and inaction in action is truly an intelligent human. It is we have to understand this concept very much. Although performing all kinds of action, they are yogis and master of all their action. I give an example for action in inaction. Okay. Some people give up the action physically, and then they go and then started meditating. Okay. Go to Himalayas and start meditating, or give up like luxuries and wealth and everything in the life, and go out and do the actions, but the mind is contemplating over the sense objects. If you do that way, even though that person appeared to be inactive, giving up all the senses and going out, if the mind is thinking about senses and enjoyment of senses and everything, he is doing a sinful action. He appears to be inactive, but he is doing an action. So the actions in inaction. So pretended to be good, but bad behavior. You look like to be good, but you do bad thing is worse than people who look bad and do bad things. When you look bad and you do bad things, that is acceptable too. But when you look good and do bad things, Okay, that's a pretender, is called. I am bad. What I do is bad. He's not a pretender. I pretend to be good, but I'm bad. See, many of them, you can see many of them in the world, some other people you can see, they pretend to be good, but they are bad inside. The mind wise are talking bad. So, but our concept is we need to be good and always do good. That is the best way. You need to be good, always do good. Don't be bad and don't do bad things. Don't look good and don't do bad things. So inaction in action is what you call akarma. We talked about it. There is inaction in action. Okay. So duties without attachment of results and dedicate the fruits of action to the God. You perform action, but there is no karma bandhana. You perform actions. Yes, we do the actions. Cook the food and serve to the Lord. Chant the mantra of Lord, and then thank the Lord for each and everything. Read the Bhagavad Gita, books and literatures and everything in there. Connecting with Him all the time. Okay. This is akarma, which is called inaction in action. Okay. So when I read the first time, okay, I was really confused. What is action in action? And what is inaction in action? So by reading these literatures, you clearly understand what does it mean. The examples of people who have been performing akarma in the life is Dhruva Maharaj, one example. Prahlad Maharaj is another example. Yudhishthir Maharaj is the first son of Pandava, is another one. Ambarish Maharaj. There are plenty of people, we can keep on naming them. Prithu Maharaj. So they've been keep on doing akarma. I mean, morning to night, 24 hours a time, you've been thinking about continuously remembering the Lord in a complete surrender mode, always thinking and serving Lord. Okay, that's what, the end goal of life is to connect with the Lord all the time, doing, okay, inaction in action. Okay, if we do that one, there is no karma bandhana, and then we will get rid of all your power, punyams, and everything, and then he will go back to Lord. Janma karma sama divyam ivam yovati tatavata tyagam degam punarjanma naiti mam idiso Arjuna. If you understand the pastimes and the birth and activities which we talked about last time, you will not come back to this. Yes, there is no punarjanma. So we have to lead our life, move into akarma, and do more and more, spiritual activities. That's what is, important for life. And then we'll keep doing it and go on that way. Thank you very much. That's essence of the today's session. If anybody want to share, please go ahead. Okay, this is meant for us to share what you think about it, and then we can learn from each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh ji.
Thank you, Ramesh. It's a good message to learn today. Action in inaction and inaction in action. It is a good message to learn. Obviously, having that mindset makes a big difference. So I think we all of us can feel it because we do this. We do connect every day. By doing continuously each and every day for 1 month, we can feel the difference within us. So definitely, it does help.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, it is very good. Okay, yeah. I think all of people come up with your thoughts, okay, and they need to share. Okay, that's what and because it is important to understand this concept of it and then imbibe them and start using it. Not only understanding the concept, imbibe in ourselves and start using it. If you start using it more and more, you feel the energy, and then you feel the happiness. You feel you are connected. That's what it's meant for. Life is meant for connecting with the God. Okay, connecting with Him all the time. You feel more energized. You feel more good. Because He is the super energy. And then what we are is a little Anu. He is Vibhu. He is Vibhu. We are Anu.
Yeah.
So if Anu gets attached to Vibhu, what happens? The energy becomes so nice and good. For Vibhu, there is no need for us to get attached, but he wants all of us to be attached to him. That's what his intention is. He is giving opportunity us to come. He give you the chance. Come and come and attach with me. I will give you all the opportunities. Every time, if you go one leap forward, he will come 10 leaps to you, in front of you, because he is such a energy, such a merciful, such a compassionate person, Lord. So we have to get hold of him and keep doing it every time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day, all of you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you. Thank
weekend.
you so much.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you,
lovely weekend. Thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.